everyone, like a Rocket Shock here, and today we are going to do a review on Pokemon XD and Pokemon Colosseum. No rules specifically. And I will be talking about this review deep within the bottom of my heart because I grew up with these two games. So, with all this said, let's get started. Pokemon XD and Colosseum was first released. The first one to be released was Pokemon Colosseum. On November 21st of 2003. The plot involves Shadow Pokemon from Colosseum, and XD is pretty much the same, but with Shadow Lugia, with an actual Shadow Legendary Pokemon. And Pokemon XD was released of 2005. Now, most people would say, oh, it's meh because it's exactly the same as Colosseum. But I mean, Emerald's the same except it has Rayquaza, and Platinum is the same except Giratina. Crystal is also the same except Suicune. You ever thought of that? Okay. The plot for Colosseum is no different than any other, except there's no gym leader, no wild Pokemon. Mostly the plot involves like Shadow Pokemon and regular organization, and so to catch Pokemon you have to steal them from trainers if they're Shadow Pokemon. And that's not a bad idea. Consistently, I think it's a great idea. Stealing trainers' Pokemon if they're Shadow. Now, there's no wild Pokemon, but in XD there is. But not in the way of normal Pokemon style gameplay. You see, what you do in XD is, for wild Pokemon, you leave bait, and once you come back you'll see a certain Pokemon, and you'll be able to catch it. That's pretty much to it for the wild Pokemon. There are some people that have, like, some Shadow Pokemon. Well, there's little that don't. And there's a special trick for the snack, for the Pokeball-like items, which I'll talk about later, for a snack bowl. But anyway, the idea of stealing trainers' Pokemon, and if they're Shadow, is pretty much a smart idea. Now, per se about animation. The only ones that have the same use of animation is Gen 3, like new use of animation is Gen 3 Pokemon trainers and all that, and even Shadow Lugia. But so far for Kanto and Johto Pokemon, they just reuse the same animation and look from the first two Pokemon Stadium games, which kind of brings down -5 for me. I never knew about it until like a month ago. Anyways, now I talk about the Snack Ball. Snack Ball again is to be used when there's a Shadow Pokemon or a Wild Pokemon on NXD. Now, there's a trick. There's a special trick for the Snack Ball if you don't know. If you use the first one, if you have your Pokemon, first Pokemon of what you do, use item, Snack Ball, and then second Pokemon, you go to the item again, click on what you did, switch it, and then either call or fight either one. That's a trick to not lose any of your Snack Balls, like a Master Ball or an Ultra Ball. I'd say just use that trick for the Master Ball because you could catch whoever you want with a Master Ball or not lose it. Now, what else should I talk about? The region is okay. At least better than Hoenn. If this is like an Ore region, like the Ore region, then it should have had like some new Pokemon instead of like Gen 1 through 3 Pokemon. Bonsly, Munchlax, but anyway. What else should I talk about next? I guess I'll talk about the music. The music in the game is lively, and each music compilation might be the same or different, but in the end, it's really just fantastic. Every time I'm lagging on my computer and go on iTunes, I always pop up the Pokemon XD music. Why? Because it's fantastic. The music in the game is amazing. Now talk about like the battle style of gameplay, because like, while again Pokemon from Gen 1 2 use somewhat the same graphics from Stadium 1 2, but enhanced, I don't mind. Plus the battles are actually kind of fun. Now the layout of the region is great so far. I know there are some negative things about this game that I'm talking about, but later in the end I might be all in the end just like, oh, this game is one of the best, it's great. Anyway, hang on, I'm gonna go back to talking about the music. The music in the game is fantastic. Better than any other Pokemon music I've listened to before. Better than the original Gen 1 through 3 music. They even remade the Hoenn Gym Leader battle and the Hoenn Champion battle, which is fantastic. The music is really amazing for a Pokemon game. Now, for Pokemon XD and Colosseum. Now, for Colosseum, the only legendary mascot for the game so far that I know is Ho-Ho. And it's obvious for XD that it's Lugia, but Shadow Lugia. Now, I see your problem with this. If for Colosseum wise, if it's supposed to be, you know, all generations 1 through 3, then couldn't it have like I don't know, like Groudon, Kyogre, or Rayquaza, or Mewtwo as the mascot legendary for the game? I could see a reason for a Shadow Lugia, but I mean for Lugia to be a mascot for XD. But for Colosseum, I'm not sure, but for Ho-Ho, because it sounds like the way that it sounds like Ho-Ho is Colosseum's mascot and Lugia is XD's mascot. It feels like they're preaching more to Generation 2, which I don't mind because I'm a Gen 2 fan. And I don't see like a problem with that. Now, so far, I have talked somewhat negatively about the game. But the only things I've talked about negatively was how the legendary mascot should have been for Colosseum, and should have used new good-looking graphics for instead of enhancing the Stadium 1-2 graphics for Generations 1-2 Pokemon. I still think that this game, both XD and Colosseum is amazing. I grew up with XD first and then head to Colosseum. I know that sounds weird, but anyways, what do I give this game? And if I wasn't like a 10 out of 10 reviewer, what would I say about this game? Well, if I was like a number reviewer, I would definitely give it, if both XD and Colosseum, at least a 9.7 out of 10. I really don't mind if XD is like basically the same as Colosseum, but and I really don't kind of care what people think about XD and Colosseum. Well, mostly XD saying that, oh, it's the same. Well, I don't really mind. I still give both XD and Colosseum a 9.7 out of 10. And for my actual saying, I highly recommend you get either one, because this is one of the greatest Pokemon games I've ever seen before. And this is coming from somebody who grew up playing this as a 4-year-old. All during the time. I've grown highly this game, even if I haven't played it in a while. I still think that this is one of the best Pokemon games I've ever seen before. And so, I'm saying that this is one of the best Pokemon games I've ever seen before. And I highly recommend you get one of the two, either XD or Colosseum. I really don't mind. Because either way, they're both great. The music is great, a plot for each great, battle style great. You see this perfect Pokemon. It's one of the best. And I don't know, maybe if somebody does say smack of both, I might highly defend this game because I have both, because I have grown up with XD and also grew along with Colosseum when I was 10, but anyway, yeah, both Pokemon games are really great. I'm like Rock Hedgehog. I say Pokemon XD and Colosseum. It's one of the best Pokemon games ever, and that you should probably get either one because the music is great, the plot is great, so far the game